Hi, James Ardito here from eMarketing Vids, and I want to go over a truth about bridal shows that other promoters won't tell you about shows. One of the deadly mistakes I see wedding vendors make is thinking that just showing up and being in a show is going to get you bookings. Well, that's not always the case because there's a success formula for bridal shows, and using the proven marketing methods for systematic follow-up is the difference between a home run at a show and squandering your hard-earned money at a bridal show. So first of all, don't copy what the other vendors are doing at the show. Here's what to do. First of all, brides are there to gather information. They're there with their mom, they're there with their girlfriends, their fiance is trudging along behind with the bag, and she's there to gather information from different vendors at the show. So she's overwhelmed with vendors and activities. So the real selling starts after the show. A lot of vendors want to talk about themselves, about how great they are, and what their services. That's not what you want to do. And most vendors do not do post-show marketing. And the ones that do, well, quite frankly, they're not doing it the proper way. So here's a tip to get ahead of the other wedding vendors that are in your category. So here's your mission the next bridal show you do is to not to sell at the show, not to toot your own horn, not to be how great you are, but to meet brides, put a smile on your face, get right out there in front and be interested in her. She's not going to care about you until you show that you care about her. So have them sign up for your prize. Get her information. Give a prize away to get them to sign up. And while she's signing up, your mission is to book appointments right at the show. Now let's take our last example of the show we did at Fantasia in North Haven back in March. Well, there were 200 brides at the show. Now obviously you're not going to be able to book 200 appointments there at the show. However, while she's signing up, you're going to ask as many brides as you can for an appointment and get a head start on your competition. And by getting a head start, now you have a base of appointments to fall back on. So after the show, now you have less calls to make and less voicemails to get when you call her on the phone. So here's how to do it. Here's a simple script that you can use to get appointments right when you're in face-to-face meeting with the bride. So here's what you say. The bride comes up, she's filling out the form, and you just ask her, hey, when's the big day? Remember, brides like talking about themselves. And now you can introduce yourself. Hi, I'm James Ardito. I own My Perfect Favors here, and we specialize in one-on-one attention with every bride we work with. Now, it's packed at the show here today, so in order to do that, we need to sit down and talk so you can tell me about your dream wedding. Now, obviously, we can't do that here at the show. What would be the good time to sit down and visit so we can talk about your wedding, mornings or afternoons? Notice there's no pause in there. You're going to go right into explaining why you can't sit down with her, right into non-stop asking for the appointment. Now, out of 200 brides, they're going to be hectic. They might not be ready, most of them, to book an appointment. But if you can now get a head start with 20 appointments, 30 appointments, you now have a head start after the show. You now have a head start on your competition because I guarantee you, of being a show promoter for many years, most wedding vendors at the show are not booking appointments there at the show. So here's just a simple tip. Put it into use the next show you do. This has been James Ardito for Bridal Traffic Blueprint. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe free on the right to get updated when we release new wedding marketing vids. Talk soon.